What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. For today's video, I'm back with another Stock Talk video. And for today's Stock Talk video, we're going to be talking about Jumia Technologies, ticker symbol JMIA. And if you're not familiar with Jumia, I'm going to quickly describe it as basically the African Amazon. You know Amazon here with Jeff Bezos? Well, it's the African Amazon. So it's their Amazon over there in Africa. It's the same concept. You can buy items on there. You can sell items. It's an e-commerce platform, yada, yada, yada. You know how Amazon works. It's the same thing over there. We're not going to go too much in depth with the company itself, but rather the chart, how it's trading. So, if you haven't already, go follow me on my TikTok at Lock Finance, as well as my Discord. It's completely free. I'll leave both of those links in the description below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this YouTube channel and like for more videos. So let's just jump into the video right here. We're going to be talking about Jumia and the chart. So we're looking at a 180-day chart right now, and as you can see, we have been trending in an overall uptrend. This is our red 180-day simple moving average, and it is a key line to keep watch as we go and dissect this stock and how it's trading. So let's look at it. Back in November, we dipped down and we were trading near this red SMA line. We bounced off of it, signifying we're in an overall uptrend, and from there we hit highs of $40. We pulled back, and then we're trading through December with an overall uptrend as well, before pulling back again during the new year, hitting that 180-day SMA line and bouncing off at a crucial level. Then we pulled back again and bounced off yet again, and then I've been trading overall uptrend ever since to hit highs of $70 before finally pulling back down to where we are right now. Now, why this line is very important and the fact that we're in overall uptrend is if you are trading above this red SMA line, it signifies you're in an overall uptrend, and if you're trading below the line, it signifies that you're in a downtrend. But we here are in an overall uptrend, and because of the fact that it bounces here and goes up to higher highs, bounces here, and creates higher highs, and now we are getting close again to that 180-day SMA line, which is a key in the past, at least, has showed us that we tend to bounce on this line and then create higher highs off of that. So if we zoom into the chart a little bit to closer where we are, you can see back here, we bounced off the SMA line. It bounced off the SMA line multiple times actually here throughout the days, and then we've been trading through an overall uptrend since then. Like I said, we hit highs. We're at $54.50, let's say right now. We're pretty close to that, 43 cents, whatever. We're still trading. When we get to this price, this is a very, very nice upside potential to downward potential ratio, okay? We have a lot more upside potential than we do downward potential. As you can see here, we have to all-time highs 20% of upside potential, whereas to our SMA line, we only have 8% of downside. Now, what do you do in a situation like this? Well, again, personally, this is my personal opinion on this, but right now, this has been an overall uptrend for a couple months. I don't see that breaking anytime soon, so I'm going to say this is a good line of support. Now, because it's a support line, we want to buy near support and sell near resistance. Now, I got rid of most of my resistance lines just to make this chart a little bit simpler, but anyway, because we want to buy near support, this is a good point to get in some shares. Now, if you're trying to get a position worth of 20 shares, now would be a good time to pick up 5 shares. You want to pick up 5 shares now, see how it trades in another day or two. Maybe add more shares if it dips lower and dips lower and dips lower. Because if we hit this point and it starts to bounce from here, that's a great sign of support here. And from there, we'll start bouncing to the upside again and create higher highs past even $70. You see what I mean here? This is a good spot. As we're trading right now around $54 to start a position. And when you start a position somewhere, you don't want to go all in because we want to add throughout. Because if it keeps dipping, we still have that extra capital that we saved that we're like, okay, we don't mind spending it on Jumia. We're just going to wait to get a better for some of the other shares. So as the price keeps dipping, it'll lower our average. We'll fill up to those 20 shares. Once we get our 20 shares, I'd ideally like to see it close to that $52, $51 as that's where our SMA line is. And from there, maybe consolidate for a little bit. Now, it can drop below, as you can see down here. It doesn't like perfectly just bounce every time, but it gets very, very close, and when it does bounce, it bounces nicely and brings us to the upside. So this is a key line to watch. It's our 180-day SMA line, is our overall trending line, and where we're trading right now, like I said, personally, I would look to add a position, and where we're trading right now and how we've been trading, it looks to me like we're going to pull back to that red SMA line and bounce from there. Now, if the market decides to crash and we go through a whole week or two of just downtrends, we keep on plummeting through, we got to look at different support levels from there. But as long as we get to this red SMA line, or at least close, we may bounce here for all we know. But this is a nice indication of a support level that we can trust based on the past. Now, support levels don't always work, and they're not always 100%, But that's why we got to use different technicals and figure out whether we're trading overbought, oversold, what the volume is like, what news and catalysts there are. There's a whole bunch of information that we have to take into consideration before buying in. But I like this red SMA line as a support level, and I highly recommend looking into starting a position if you haven't already, or wait to see if we get a little bit closer and starting a position then, or completely ignoring everything I said because you know what? Maybe you don't want to invest in the African Amazon. I completely agree with you. Maybe it's not the safest thing in the world, but you know what? We've been in an overall uptrend. It's been reporting good numbers. Do some research in the company. It's actually a very, very strong company over there. And yes, it's not an American company, but it is a very, very strong company over there. Wow, so there was a lot of information there. Hopefully you guys understood what I was just talking about. Jumia is the ticker, JMIA. Go check it out. Do some research on it before you jump into this position, or any position at all for that matter. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe for more content. Hopefully this was helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.